Hi, I'm Joanie.
And I'm Heather from thecrazycouponlady.com.
And today we're talking to you about subscription hacking.
Yes, we have so many subscriptions, so we're finding all the best ways to save. We're going to give you all the rules for what you can and can't do.
So whether it's Netflix, Costco, Amazon Prime, we're going to let you know whether or not you can share and how to save money.
All right, here's some quick savings tips for all of the streaming services.
We're going to start with the big dog. It's Netflix. And you may have heard the news that Netflix is about to crack down on password sharing in the US. The change is expected imminently.
Oh, it's so sad. So what we know is that you're still going to be able to have 5 profiles per account, and you can stream up to 4 people simultaneously. But they're really trying to crack down on all of that password sharing.
So instead of being able to give your password out to just anybody, you now can only share your password with people in your household. More specifically, people on the Wi-Fi network that's connected to the primary account holder.
It's getting real tricky here. So what we expect and what we're hoping for is that you can still share with family members as long as you're visiting and joining their Wi-Fi at least once a month. So we're hoping that if you live close, you can still pop over once a month, get on their Wi-Fi, and you'll still have access to the account.
It just is taking the mooching to a whole nother level, and I'm here for it.
It's like, can I come over for dinner, please? And also have your Netflix account.
If you happen to be the unfortunate host of the freeloaders and you're paying the Netflix bill, the freeloaders are either going to have to leave or you can keep them, but you'll have to pay for it. And that's only going to work for the Netflix premium plan. So that's the $20 plan that allows 4 simultaneous streams. The cost is $5 per simultaneous stream.
Okay, next up we're going to talk about Disney Plus and Hulu. Of course, Hulu is owned by Disney, and we're expecting sometime this year that all of the Hulu content is going to move into the Disney Plus app.
So we'll focus on Disney Plus. Disney Plus allows 4 simultaneous streams, just like Netflix. But unlike Netflix, there are no limits to how many people you can share your password with. And as if that's not great enough, the cost is way cheaper. Based on their current rate for the ad-supported plan at $7.99 a month, your cost per simultaneous stream is actually under $2. And even if they raise their rates when they bring Hulu content in, which we kind of think they might, you're still likely looking at a cost per stream that's half of what Netflix charges.
All right, let's talk HBO Max next. They allow up to 3 people to stream simultaneously, but here's where it gets a little bit different. They will only allow 5 unique devices per account. So as soon as the 6th one comes on, it's going to kick somebody out, which makes sharing a little bit more problematic.
So when it comes to pricing, the first thing to note is that the HBO Max is actually pretty good. Based on their $10 a month ad-supported plan, your cost per simultaneous stream is only $3.33, which is like halfway between the cost of Disney Plus and Netflix.
Here's how to save on music streaming with Apple and Spotify.
All right, Apple's premium plan is $17 a month, and it allows you to stream 6 devices at the same time. So that basically works out to be $2.83 per stream. And most importantly, there's no limit to the number of people you can share your password with.
Spotify works in a really similar way to Apple Music. So you can have 6 devices at the same time, but it's only $16 a month, working out to be about $2.67 per user.
Audible is one of my absolute favorite subscriptions to share. It's pretty easy. There's no limit to the number of people you can give your password to. There's only 2 limits that matter. The first is that you can only download a book to your device 3 times. And the second is that only 2 people can be streaming the same book at the same time. But I've had an Audible premium membership for years. I have over 100 books in my account. And so I can give my password out to as many people as I want. And as long as never more than 2 of them are streaming the same book at the same time, there's virtually no limit to the sharing.
Wait, why haven't you shared your account with me then? They're holding out.
I don't want you to know what I'm reading.
All right, let's talk about some hacks for our favorite retailers, starting with Costco and Sam's Club.
All right, so this one is almost too easy. You can actually avoid paying a membership fee altogether at Costco and Sam's Club if you just have a gift card. So if your mom's a Costco member and you can Venmo her $200 and she can get you that gift card, you can get in the door and through checkout without a membership entirely.
That's pretty amazing. But if you decide you want a membership after all, let's talk about the cost. So Sam's Club is hands down the winner at $50 for an annual membership. And they're running deals all the time, so you really shouldn't even pay $50. There's always a discounted offer going on. In fact, I think we have one on KCL right now, so click the link and check out what they're running. And then at Costco, it's $60 for an annual membership, but a price hike is coming. They've messaged that it's on its way. We don't know when exactly it's going to happen. So it's at $60 right now, likely gonna go up to about $70.
Another way to avoid paying for a Costco or Sam's Club membership is to shop with a member. Both Costco and Sam's Club allow you to bring up to 2 guests. Technically, policy says that only the member can make a purchase, but just divide your transaction, hand over your credit card, and the internet is ripe with many stories of success and no problem at all doing that if that's the way you want to do it. Hang out with your friend and save your membership cost.
Another way to shop without a membership is to do it online at Costco.com and SamsClub.com. So you don't need a membership to shop on their website, but they are going to charge you at Costco a 5% surcharge and at Sam's Club a 10% surcharge. And if you have an Instacart membership, you can actually shop through Instacart for Costco or Sam's Club, and you don't need a membership, but they do charge a lot more for their products. So you are going to pay a little bit more, but you don't need that membership.
So even though it's not necessarily wise to use Instacart for Costco, gosh, it's a gift to just have Costco show up on your doorstep with your friend's Instacart membership.
All right, next up, let's talk about Amazon Prime and Walmart Plus.
So I feel like these are really expensive memberships, $139 a year for Prime, $98 for Walmart Plus. Everybody has at least one of them, and I don't actually know that many people that are splitting and sharing. And the truth of the matter is, there's no limit to the number of people that you could share an Amazon Prime account with, as long as you trust them with your credit card information.
That's a big but right there.
It's like, so how much do you trust your extended family?
The other thing to be aware of with Walmart Plus is that the Walmart rewards, they're actually powered by Ibotta, which is really cool. Those are, sometimes there's limits and you can only use 1 or 2 per customer. And so if you're sharing your account with somebody who likes to use coupons, you are gonna be splitting those rewards.
Fighting over your Walmart rewards. I guess the only other Prime thing, because there's so many benefits that come with that Prime membership, Prime Video is one to bring up. You can have 3 devices streaming at a time. So honestly, 2, 3, 4, 5 people you probably could split a Prime account with before you're starting to run into problems, and that's quite a bit of money saved.
All right, so let's talk about saving for Uber and DoorDash.
So both have a subscription that gets you free meal delivery. Uber has a few more benefits. DoorDash is a little cheaper. Uber One, Dash Pass, they both cost about $100 a year. And you can totally share and split these memberships with as many people as you know and trust with your address and credit card. But we think they're both super shareable. Dash Pass technically only allows you to share with 5 people, but there are Reddit threads that beg to differ that there's not really a limit. My advice on these is make sure you choose one, split it with at least, 3 or 4 people. This should be a $25 a year expense, not a $100 a year expense.
Yeah, and Uber is gonna get you some savings on the rides as well. So if you are a member of Uber One, you're gonna get some discounted rides if you do their rideshare. All right, here's a subscription I bet you didn't know you could split.
The Peloton All-Access membership can be split 20 ways.
That's amazing, and you don't even need the bike to use the membership. You can use walking classes, running classes, bodyweight classes, meditation. The basic account is $12.99 and that gets you 1 user profile.
But we don't want to pay $13 a month, so gather up your closest group of you and 19 other friends and split the All-Access membership. It costs $44 a month, but split 20 ways, that's only $2.20 per user.
Amazing.
All right, that's all we've got. All of our best savings tips and tricks for subscriptions and memberships. Call up your friends and family and figure out how you're gonna split all of this out to save the most money.
So click the link below if you want to view the content and get all of the details again. And download the free Crazy Coupon Lady app to make sure you stay up to date on all of the best deals. And one last thing, click the little bell at the top of this video to subscribe so that you'll get updated whenever we post a new video.
Nice.